Hello wood mice and dormice, and welcome to our jigsaw learning for today. Now this term we are moving on to learning about dreams and goals, and today's session is about understanding that if we persevere, so if we're persevering turtles, then we can tackle challenges. We're going to start by doing our calm me time. So I'd like you to sit somewhere, maybe sit on the floor with your legs crossed, and close your eyes and put your hands in your laps or on your tummy. Now I'm going to sound the jigsaw chime and invite you to listen until you can hear that sound. You can't hear that sound anymore. Now take a big breath in through your nose and puff out your rainbow breath through your mouth and feel calm and peaceful. So breathe in a big and gentle breath through your nose while I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And gently breathe out your rainbow breath through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you imagine the colours of your rainbow breath? Let's try that again, and I will count while you breathe lovely, gentle, deep breaths in. 1, 2, 3, and out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now move your hands to your tummies and feel your tummy get bigger and smaller as you breathe in and out, like a balloon blowing up and then going down. When we breathe in, we feel strong and sit up straight and proud. When we breathe out, we feel gentle and calm. When we breathe in, we feel strong and sit up straight and proud. When we breathe out, we feel gentle and calm. We can face challenges. I'm going to ring the chime one more time, and I want you to practice doing your rainbow breaths. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, and breathe out through your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine the colours of your rainbow breath. Move your hands to your tummy and feel them getting bigger and smaller as you breathe in and out, like that balloon blowing up and then going down. I want you to tell somebody now how you are feeling. So after doing our calm me time, how do you feel now? Now I know after doing that, I'm feeling quite calm, quite peaceful, and feeling quite strong. So maybe you came up with some of those ideas as well. Now for our learning today, I'm going to set you a challenge. So you can choose any one of these challenges depending on what resources you have got at home. So you can build a tower like this one using playing cards. You can build your tower using spaghetti and marshmallows if you've got them at home, or you can build a tower as tall as you using wooden blocks. So once you've got those things, and you can pause the video to go and get them, I would like you to have a go at that challenge. I'm going to do it alongside with you, and whilst you're doing it, I want you to think about how you are feeling. Now, none of these challenges are easy, and remember that's because we are learning today about how persevering can help us to tackle a challenge. So I want you now to pause the video, and you're going to have a go at doing that challenge. I don't want you to spend too long on the challenge because we're going to come back together. So I'd like you to spend 3 minutes to begin with on that challenge, and then you're going to come back to the video and we're going to talk about how we're finding it. So you should have spent only 3 minutes to start with on that challenge, and I'd like you to tell me, how did you find that challenge? How did it make you feel whilst you were doing it? Now I was having a go at the challenge here where I was building a tower using playing cards, and I found that really challenging. I managed to put 2 together and another 2, and then they kept falling down. And once they got a little bit further, they would fall down again. And I was getting a little bit frustrated. And at one point, I felt like I just wanted to give up because it wasn't working. Now, I wonder if you might have felt a bit similar when you were doing your challenge. I'm going to give you some more time later on if you want to carry on with that challenge. But for now, I just want you to think about every day, and this could be when you're at school or when you're at home now doing your learning, what things do you find tricky? Maybe that could be every day. So you might find zipping your coat up tricky. You might find sometimes doing some of your maths learning tricky. You might find doing your shoes up can be tricky. So I just want you to tell your grown-up something that you find tricky. Now, it is okay to find things tricky. I know that I find things tricky, and your mums and dads and grandmas and granddads and friends will also find things tricky as well. But when we find things tricky, it's really important to know what we can do to tackle those challenges. Now, I've put some pictures up here, and these are of our learning characters. And we talk a lot about these in school because these help us when we are finding our learning tricky. So our first one is our persevering turtle. And our persevering turtle never gives up. Thinking back to that challenge then, if I go back to it in a moment, if I give up, I'm never going to be able to do it. So I'm going to go back to it and I'm going to persevere. We've also got our communicating dolphin, and our communicating dolphin is all about talking. And it's really important when you're finding something challenging to tell somebody and ask for help. So that might be a friend, that might be your mummies and daddies when you're working at home, or it could be your teacher or your teaching assistant in school. So it's really important to tell somebody if you are finding things tricky. Our next one is our bounce back kangaroo, and our bounce back kangaroo is really good if he's finding something tricky and he's tried a way over and over again, really good at finding a different way to solve the problem. And our last one is our aim high mountain goat, and that is about always trying our best in our learning. And if you're finding something easier, then to try and make it a bit more of a challenge and have a go at challenging yourself. So all of these characters help us when we find things tricky. And it's really important to remember that it is okay to find things tricky. Everybody finds things tricky, but we know that we have things to help us when we do find things tricky, and it's really important to persevere. Now, you may like to go back to the activity that you were doing before we stop to talk about it and have another go and thinking about those learning characters. If you do the challenge or you want to let us know how you get on, then you can ask mummies and daddies to send in a picture and a comment of how you got on.